Trump just left reporters utterly speechless with insane excuse for Republican midterm losses. The president's continual descent off the rails and into the abyss of delusion has only been accelerated by what he has perceived as a humiliating rebuke in the midterm elections. As he withdraws into what reporters describe as a cocoon of bitterness and resentment, his public statements have grown more and more wild by the day in a desperate attempt to restore some kind of cohesion to his shattered worldview. That much was made obvious by his Wednesday interview with the Daily Caller, in which he warned that people were using disguises to commit voter fraud and repeated his bizarre claim that you needed ID to purchase groceries. In a vicious tirade leveled at Broward County Election Supervisor Brenda Snipes, who criticized the president yesterday for publicly accusing her office of committing voter fraud without any evidence, Trump called for her removal and doubled down on his baseless conspiracy theories about election fraud in the recounts for the Florida governor, Senate, and AG commissioner races. Falsely accusing Snipes' office of adding votes to the incomplete election night totals, Trump painted a preposterous picture of Democrat voters wearing disguises in order to illegally vote multiple times in a pathetic attempt to explain away the blue wave that swept Republicans out of the House of Representatives. The Republicans don't win, and that's because of potentially illegal votes. When people get in line that have absolutely no right to vote and they go around in circles. Sometimes they go to their car, put on a different hat, put on a different shirt, come in and vote again. Nobody takes anything. It's really a disgrace what's going on, railed Trump, who did not specify if the voters were also donning bristly fake mustaches or perhaps standing on each other's shoulders in an enormous trench coat in order to fool elections officials. He repeated his bizarre assertion that you need to have an ID to purchase groceries as part of a convoluted attempt to call for stricter voter ID laws. If you buy a box of cereal, you have a voter ID. They try to shame everybody by calling them racist, or calling them anything they can think of, when you say you want voter ID. But voter ID is a very important thing, said Trump to the Daily Caller. It's clear that he's busy trying to assemble some kind of excuse to explain away last week's defeat that doesn't involve a rejection of him, his policy agenda, and his party en masse by the American people. Incapable of any kind of introspection and utterly unwilling to take responsibility for the consequences of his own actions, he's instead decided to take aim at the foundation of our democracy, and perhaps set a stage to explain away his likely defeat in 2020.